Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Mystic Destinies. Chapter 2 of Shinji's Route, Brewing Storm. I guess we should just be like Brewing Storm. I get more dramatic as it goes. Anyway, the next day I'm eating breakfast when my phone starts ringing. Standard ringtone. I reach across the table and pick it up. A photo I asked Shinji to let me take gently smiles up at me. Ignoring the small fluttering in my stomach, I slide my finger across the screen. Hello? Morning. I'm calling to ask if you have any classes today. Just our mystical studies class. Since we both have the same class, do you want to go out for lunch then? He wants to go out with me? I have to stop myself from actually shouting with joy and settle for internally screaming instead. Oh, sure. Where are we going? I thought it's about time I show you Chawa. Sorry for not taking you there sooner. Oh, that's okay. You're taking me there now, after all. I can't wait to see it. I'll send you instructions on how to get there then. See you later. Hi, rudeness. Pick my ass up. After we hang up, I sit there holding the phone in a sort of stunned happiness for a few seconds. It's like a date. I mean, is it a date? Ugh, I'm so excited. Wait, hold on. It's like a date! I mean, is it a date? Ugh, I'm so excited. Better. I quickly scarf down the rest of my breakfast so I can start getting ready. I need to shower, dry my hair, find something to wear. I throw down my fork and run to the sink to toss my dishes in before dashing to the bathroom. Shinji's instructions were easy to follow, so I found the bridge he told me to meet him at in no time. I glanced at my watch. I'm a little early, so I'll just wait here. Oh, she looks like she's wearing something kind of different than in the other ones. I watched the people passing by for a while, noting how bundled up they were compared to me. In turn, they seemed to stare at my exposed shoulders that appear to defy the December weather. Well, they actually do. I wanted to look nice for Shinji, so hiding under tons of layers wasn't an option. Instead, I tried a spell I've been practicing that warms the air just around me, and it was a success. After a few minutes pass, I start to get nervous that maybe I read the instructions wrong after all. I reach into my bag to pull out my phone when I hear Shinji's voice. Hey. I look up to see Shinji approaching me and smile at him. Hey. When Shinji gets closer, I squint up at him against the morning sun. So where are we going? Why, we're jumping off a bridge, of course. Right. I stare back at him, waiting for his expression to change, when I realize that he's completely serious. The smile fades from my face when he holds out his hand. Trust me. My heart begins to speed up as the gravity of the situation takes hold. Looking only at his smiling face, I reach out one shaking hand to take a hold of his. I give him a faint nod. The second our skin touches, I feel a static jolt run through my whole body at his touch, and he just got closer. Hi. Did he feel that too? Mostly my mind is filled with the sensations of first real contact with Shinji. How big his hand is, how his fingertips feel a little rough as he grips tighter onto my hand. I imagine how years of guitar playing must have taken its toll on his otherwise soft skin. You don't know that his skin's soft, you haven't touched him yet, girl. My heart is beating wildly at the small squeeze he gave my hand, and my face starts to feel warmer than the air around me. Thankfully, Shinji doesn't appear to notice. He looks down at me, the red tips of his long hair falling over his shoulders. Ready? I can't seem to get any words out, so I just nod. Shinji climbs onto the bridge's railing, and I swallow before doing the same. Shinji takes a single step off, pulling me with him. I don't feel anything. No sensation of falling, nothing except my hand in Shinji's. I'm too scared to open my eyes, though. Shinji chuckles. You can open your eyes now. I almost want to shake my head no, but then I realize we must not be falling somehow if he can talk to me like this. So I open my eyes. I gasp when I do, though. What? How? We jumped off a bridge, so how? Shinji lets go of my hand, and I immediately miss the sensation. Under that bridge is a specially designed portal that'll transport anyone to Chawa instantly. There's many different ways into the district, and that's probably one of the faster ones. I usually take that entrance when I'm with Takumi, but I thought it might be fun to show you a more exciting way than just walking in. Don't worry, I'll show you other less impressive entrances later. Are you ready to eat? After all that excitement? Yeah, actually. Cool, let's stop by Blue Sky then. When we walk into the cafe, we're greeted by Tatsuya of all people. Welcome to Blue Sky, table or booth. You work here, Tatsuya? Why else would I be asking that question? This cafe is owned by Tatsuya's mom. Oh, I see. A woman approaches us then, probably overhearing the commotion between guests and host. Shinji! The beautiful blue-haired woman that appears takes Shinji's hands in hers, and I feel a faint, unpleasant pang in my chest. Dude, she's old enough to be his mom, because I, kind of. As the two smile at each other and exchange greetings, I glance at Tatsuya. It's then that I see an uncanny resemblance with the woman talking to Shinji. Hey, is this your sister, Tatsuya? Nope. Oh, I like you. I'm Tatsuya's mother. Wow, you look so young. Which we now know is because dragons don't really age after 30. Oh, if only. Dragons age slower than humans, so it's a common mistake. Way too common. Mother, you seem to have things under control here, so I'll just go to the back. Without sparing us so much as a glance, Tatsuya walks off to the kitchen. Sorry about that. Tatsuya is... We know. Chisaki shows us to a table near a window. As we sit down, I introduce myself and explain that I'm Shinji's partner in class. Well, it was nice to meet you. I'll get your order in then. Have fun with your date, Shinji. I almost spit out the water Chisaki poured for us. Chisaki herself just floats away without a care in the world. I dare a glance at Shinji to see what he thinks of what she said, but Shinji just chuckles and gives me his usual smile. Don't take her too seriously. One of her hobbies seems to be teasing people. In an effort to return my face to some semblance of a normal color, I decide to change the subject. So, we have Professor Kazama's class today. Yeah. You know, I've never forgotten how he just attacked me in my first class with him. I look down into the glass of water I'm still holding. I used to be nervous about going to his class before. I know it's silly, but I thought he might randomly attack me again. I think it's only natural that you feel like that towards Hikaru. While I don't think he'd attack you like that again, if you still feel nervous, you can just start sitting next to me in class. Thanks, Shinji. Yeah! She so did that on purpose. What a brilliant, brilliant girl. Like, I feel nervous that he might attack me. You can sit next to me. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I think you're brilliant. Our food comes then, delivered by a waitress. I'm about to dig in when I see an adorable young girl and boy walk in. I drop my fork into my eggs. Something wrong? Kayo? The girl looks over at me and our eyes meet. I know for sure now that it's my little stepsister. She walks over to our table and the boy with her follows. Inara? How are you here? How are you here? I think I see Shinji's amused face out of the corner of my eye, and he shoves some steak into his mouth, but I ignore it. I'm here because this is Yuki's mom's place. Why are you here? Because Shinji brought me here. Wait, did you say Yuki's mom? Are you Tatsuya's brother? Yeah, who are you? This is my older sister. Well, stepsister. Really? I didn't know you meant that, Inara. I'm Toshiyuki. Just Yuki's fine. I'm Kayo's boyfriend. What? You have a boyfriend? There's just too much for me to take in right now, and I place my hand on my head to steady myself. But Kayo just steps closer and looks Shinji right in the face. Are you Inara's boyfriend? We wish. Shinji swallows his food and starts to reply. No, nothing like that. Yet. I love our sister. Yet. Kayo, weren't you guys on a date or something? It's not much of a date at your mom's cafe. Oh wait, that was him. I don't know why you like coming here so much. Because Mrs. Yukamura is awesome and she always gives us free stuff. And it's so pleasant here. But you're right, Inara. I'll give you guys some space, okay? I'll call you later to talk more. She's like... It's so funny. She looks like she's 12, but I think she's supposed to be like a teenager. Like, you know what I mean? Like 16 or so, maybe 15. I don't know. Nice meeting you, Mr. Rocker Guy. Kayo waves at us and grabs Yuki by the arm, pulling him off to another table. Mr. Rocker Guy. I exhale, head still spinning from all that just happened. Shinji only lets out a curious, before going back to eating his food. I just try to focus on finishing my food so we can make it in time for class later. Keyword, try. Only a few minutes later, I'm staring out the window when I notice something. Or rather, someone with white hair staring at us on the other side of the road. I inhale, trying to tell Shinji what I'm seeing, and the food goes straight down my throat. I start choking, of course. Shinji glances at me, then refills my empty glass with water with a wave of his hand. I grab it and drink the water as fast as I can. Thanks. It's that guy again, look. I point to the window, even though I should have expected it. I'm still frustrated when I see he's not there anymore. Shinji stares out the window a bit longer, a look of concentration on his face. I have no idea what he's watching, but at least he seems to be taking me seriously. At last, he sighs and looks back at me. If you see him show up again when I'm not around, just call me, and I'll be there as soon as I can. Thanks, but don't you think that's a bit excessive? Maybe, but as the saying goes, better safe than sorry. I nod and get back to eating, though my appetite is hardly there anymore. We finally manage to finish our lunch in peace and leave for Hagawara. Shinji and I step into the classroom together and find some seats in the front. I'm a little nervous sitting all the way at the front of Hikaru's class, but when I look at Shinji, my nerves calm down. We're a bit early, so students are still coming in. I settle in my seat and start to pull out my books, but then I hear, shit. I look up to see Shinji standing up and my heart starts to speed up. What's wrong? Sorry, there's an emergency. I gotta deal with it. Before I can say a word, Shinji is already headed out the door. I feel my entire mood go down as soon as he leaves my sight. I haven't seen him like that before. I hope everything's alright. Hikaru walks in the door shortly after. I'm actually happy when class begins because it distracts me from my sudden loneliness. Hikaru immediately launches into his lecture. Today's topic is about a race that's often misunderstood and discriminated against. Demons. Demons? There are demons? That sounds scary. Demons, like vampires, suffer because of old myths and legends abound about them. Humans and even other supernaturals tend to fear them because of their reputations. But the fact is that they're not much different from any other supernaturals. Sorry, I have an itch. And I only have one hand because my bird is in the other one, sleeping. Hikaru, who had previously been leaning against his desk, starts to pace slowly in front of the class. I think it's just funny because it looks like he's wearing a leather jacket. I'm sure it's supposed to be like an actual regular jacket, normal suit jacket, but it just looks like a leather jacket, so it just seems kind of weird to me. I don't know. Demons are descendants of corrupted gods. Yes, that sounds scary, but demons can vary in power and personality just as much as humans. While for the most part they stay in their realm, sometimes they do come to ours. Hikaru looks into each and every one of our eyes seriously as he speaks. But they are not inherently evil. A student speaks out then, and Hikaru's piercing eyes dart to her. Then why do they all hang out in Yoru with the vampires? Vampires feed on us, that's a fact. It is a fact, but it's a rare vampire that risks jail for a fresh meal. And the actions of vampires have nothing to do with the demons. Demons and vampires are all over the world, not just in Yoru. But the ones that live in Yoru do so precisely because of the discrimination and hate and fear they suffer. They probably find a sort of acceptance in Yoru amongst other outcasts who don't have a reason to be scared of them. I gingerly raise my hand then, and at the risk of sounding like a dumbass, Hikaru looks at me and nods. Yeah. What is Yoru exactly? Murmurs immediately begin at my words, as I suspected, and I swallow, trying to seem confident. Yoru Ward is a notorious place for many less culturally savory things. It's also primarily where vampires, demons, and other outcast races live. As Hikaru speaks, I start writing notes down on everything he said. This world just keeps getting larger. There's so much I don't know yet. By the end of class, my wrist feels a little sore, but I'm excited when I think of all the new things I've learned. I can talk to Shinji about it when I see him again. I mean, yeah, he probably already knows a lot of it, but I'm starting to see how wonderful this world is. Even the little things just add up to something bigger. And I can't wait to share it with Shinji. As soon as I walk out of the building, I see Takumi standing off to the side. Oh, hey, were you waiting for me? Yep, Shinji called me and asked if I could walk you home. On account of Mr. Eyepatch, who I heard came to visit you today. Mr. Eyepatch, I like that. I see, thanks. Do you happen to know where Shinji had to go earlier then? He dashed out of class and said something about an emergency. No? He didn't say anything about it, at least. I like that. No? Like, I'm questioning, like, no? He didn't say anything about it, at least. I see. I'm just scared it might have been something serious. Why don't you just text him and ask, then? Yeah, I think I should. Takumi's like, hi, dumbass! Takumi and I start walking out of the university campus as I begin to message Shinji. Within moments, a reply comes back, and I read it aloud. Yeah, everything's sorted out at work now. I didn't even know he had a job. Do you want to see him? I know where he works. You do? Alright then. Yeah, I'm curious to see where he works anyway. We continue walking until we reach the parking garage area. Oh yeah, we get to get on a scooter. Takumi asks me to wait on the sidewalk, and soon enough, he pulls up on a white scooter. Get on, we're going to Chawa. Oh, we're not jumping off a bridge, are we? Takumi laughs as I sit behind him. So he took you that entrance. Nice. Now, we'll go another way. Just hang on tight, okay? Like, seriously, press up as close to me as you want. I hesitate for a moment at what he said, but I'm forced to throw my arms around Taku when he starts the engine. Within seconds, we're speeding off into the evening. I like how he's like, hold on tight as you want. Yeah. He loves us in every single one of these. Like, once we get to Chawa, Takumi looks for a spot to park his scooter. I'm fidgety and nervous when I think about how Shinji might react to me just showing up at his workplace. Is this super weird or stalkery? I hope he doesn't think so. No, you're friends, so you just go bug each other. As we pass the crowds on the street, golden sunlight reflects off white hair. But it's not Takumi's. It's him again! I don't say anything this time, though, and I make sure I don't look away. I'm determined to see how long he stands there and if he'll disappear in front of my eyes. Takumi parks the scooter near the sidewalk then, and then turns to face me. So that took so long. Traffic sucks this time of day. The man's eyes suddenly go wide, and he starts running. I spin to face Taku, pointing in the direction I just saw the man. It's him! The guy with the eye patch just ran off. Takumi looks to where I pointed and glances back at me. Call Shinji. That's all he says before he dashes off across the stopped traffic in the street, weaving in between cars. Be careful! I shout, but I'm not sure if he heard me. I pull out my phone and call Shinji, hoping he'll answer since he's at work. As the phone rings, I realize that if anyone in the world would answer at work, it'd be Shinji. Hello? Shinji! Takumi was taking me to see you at work, and I saw that guy again. Takumi just went chasing after him. Where are you exactly? I look around for street names and describe the location as best I can. Shinji tells me to wait where I am and hangs up. I glance back to where I last saw Takumi, nerves knotting in the pit of my stomach. I hope he doesn't get hurt. Maybe I should have stopped him. I wasn't taking this as seriously as the guys were. I won't forgive myself if Taku ends up hurt. Slowly, time passes as I wait. Then a strange feeling passes through me and I turn around. Standing before me is my apparent stalker. You? Where's Takumi? Please, Lady Inara, I mean no harm to you or any of your friends. He pulls back his hood and I gasp at his pointed ears. An elf? A slight smile softens the man's stern face. I am Fae, although there are those that would call us elves. What do you want? Where's Taku? Why have you been following me? I have not done anything to him. I assume he's still trying to find me. As for your other questions... The elf, Fae, puts a hand over his heart and bows his head. I am a messenger. My entire body goes tense. A messenger? Could Shizuka have sent him? My name is Cillian, and I'm the personal knight of Her Royal Majesty, Queen Sorcha. Sorcha? Sorsha? It could be Sorsha. Sorsha. We'll go with Sorsha. I like that better than Sorcha. Sorcha! Yeah, Sorsha. Lady of Spring. Are you serious? Yes. I was tasked by the Queen to find her son and deliver a message to him in hopes they can be reunited. I have observed that you are friends. Oh, is this Shinji? I have observed that you are friends with Prince... Eogan? I don't know how to pronounce that. I was watching you in hopes to find a moment where we could talk. I apologize for following you, but I was hoping you could hand him the letter. As you are his friend, he would be more open to reading it. Cillian hands me a sealed letter, and I automatically take it without thinking. Inara. I turn at the sound of my name to see Shinji rushing up in a uniform. When I turn back to Cillian, I'm not at all surprised to see that he's gone. Are you okay? Yeah, but I quickly explained to Shinji how I met up with Cillian and what he told me. I'm really just confused because I definitely don't know any princes. I've never even seen a fae before Cillian popped out of nowhere. He's the prince. I bet anything. Because otherwise, I mean, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, I show him the sealed letter. I have no idea what to do with this or who to hand it to at all. I'll try to find out who Cillian is and who this prince, whatever, is for you. We'll give it to Shinji. We trust him. Oh, thanks. Besides, I really think it's him, so we're handing the letter off to him. I offer Shinji the letter. Plus, maybe don't open it, but having it might help find out what the hell is going on. Because I really think that it's him, because obviously Takumi is a human and not a fae prince as far as we know. And it's obviously got to be him. I mean, come on. If it's not, that would be plot twist. But even if, let's just say as Anara, we're not like as suspicious as we are as people reading this. We trust Shinji. Like we have no absolute reason not to trust him, just because he kind of hasn't told us that he's some kind of like fae prince. You know what I mean? He's got a reason. Shinji takes the letter from my hand, and I see something in the distance. Hey, is that Taku? I think so, yeah. Slightly out of breath, Takumi runs up to us then, wiping off a thin layer of sweat on his forehead. I lost the guy. Takumi pauses and looks from me to Shinji, to the letter in Shinji's hand. Wait, did I miss something? Well, since you both came to see me, you might as well come along. I'll explain on the way. I bet I did all that running for nothing, huh? With Takumi pouting about missing all the action, the three of us set off to wherever it is exactly Shinji works. Chapter 3 of Avalon. This is where we find out he's Prince Eugen or Yogan, Prince Ya, Prince Ha. That's what we're gonna do from now on. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.